Trump has y'all feeling a little too comfortable. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't anticipate Trump emboldening these racists to this extent. And I know some of y'all will be like, Luz, what do you mean to this extent? What do you mean Trump not emboldening these people? You should have known that. I hear you. But one thing I've always made a distinction is online and in real life. Now, when it comes to online, I expected it, bro. I expected all hell to come loose, especially with Elon and him sympathizing with, the Nazis and the racists and Muh Free Speech and all that. I was expecting the worst of the worst. And sure enough, here we are, okay? X is nothing more than a Nazi platform, hence why many advertisers left the platform and he had to do his apology tour. But I don't have an issue with that per se, right? Because I can just simply block or mute these individuals. Unfortunately, there's a dramatic increase, but it is what it is. What I'm not anticipating is these people to behave like that in real life. Okay, that's what I'm not, anticipating. I always, understood that they understood that, hey, your behavior is an outlier in this country. That the majority of people in this country aren't going to be, looking at you with your Nazi, SS symbols and stuff like that, or your, White Lives Matter shirts and stuff like that. Majority of people aren't going to be like, oh, that's awesome, that's cool, we're just going to let you be. That's not the case. And it seems that there are some racists out there that aren't under that impression. Because you have a concert that took place in Vegas, Las Vegas of all places, a rock concert, and you have this man who's wearing a Nazi shirt. And it is not me who's saying, oh, it's a Nazi shirt. No, he got the whole SS symbols and everything, okay? And sure enough, he was welcomed by, I'll say, a Captain America welcoming, okay? How Captain America welcomes Nazis. And you all know how that goes down. I think what should happen to actual Nazis is far worse than what happened and was depicted in this video. Just so we're clear, I have to be a little careful due to, YouTube guidelines, but I think we all know what should happen to Nazis. They should go straight to hell.
That's why any and every sumbitch we find wearing a Nazi uniform, they're gonna die.
But I think this is a serious case that needs to be analyzed and really needs to be cause concern for many, many people. Because under this administration with the DOJ and everything, there's not going to be any investigation into any white supremacist terrorist organizations, even though that's what they said was the biggest domestic terror threat. And we can see that even till today. So that means it is now up to us to let them know that they're not welcome in the country. The fact that this man was so bold and had the audacity to wear this shirt in public, that's problematic, okay? That's a serious problem, because the last thing we need is a whole incel population to start, rioting and protesting and going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in the streets. Now, if you think I'm joking, what you can picture this is January 6th, but with like incels who believe that they're Nazis or who profess to be Nazis. That's what you don't want. Now, I don't think any of us want that. So there needs to be a strong retaliation for people like this who walk out in public, to let them know that, hey, the rest of us don't co-sign this foolishness. Don't co-sign your hate, your bigotry, your racism. But that should be immediate. And what happened at this concert is exactly what needs to happen constantly, consistently throughout this administration. Because if it doesn't, these people are going to get comfortable, bruh. And if you want, another Holocaust, if you want slavery to come back, if you want all the wicked behavior of this lineage of evil to be at the forefront and to be normalized, well, by us doing nothing and just saying, it is what it is, free speech, that's how that happens. And rest assured, there were people like that making those same arguments, talking about, typical libtard violence before having a conversation. We don't have conversations with Nazis. I don't know what to tell you. It reminds me of there's a meme with Captain America punching, the Red Skull, or I think it's Red Skull. No, it was punching Hitler. And, no, it's Red Skull. And the title is, the little thought bubble is, oh, so much for the tolerant left, right? They tried to gaslight you into being tolerant of their intolerance, in being tolerant of their hatred. And it reminds me of this meme of, you have this one side who's saying, black people are apes, they're not human. And the other side is, black people are human, they deserve rights. And then you have this person in the middle who's like, maybe we should just talk this out, okay? Maybe we can come to a meeting of the minds. And it highlights the hyperbolic idiocy of some people who mean well, but ultimately, is going to lead to their death and destruction. There is no meeting of the minds with Nazis. There is no meeting of the minds with races. That's not how this works, okay? I just want people to understand this. That should not be co-signed. It shouldn't be tried to dilute the impact or significance of their hatred. That has got to be put out there and let people aware of, hey, these people aren't looking to come to a solution. They are hate-filled. And for, reasons that go beyond, any fixing that I can do anyway, even though I say adopt an insult, but this hatred is deep-rooted for some of them. And there's nothing you can do with that. And what they have to be is shunned and ostracized and let them know that that behavior is not condoned or allowed in society. So this video, it's good of people being outraged about this man, but it's also troubling that this man felt comfortable enough to wear this shirt out in public. And then having some of the comments trying to justify his actions as, hey, it's freedom of speech, we should just let people be. Nah. There's a line. And there's a line that does not need to be crossed. And any type of gaslighting isn't going to save this lineage of evil. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think, whether or not you believe Lucas. I don't care what you say. Violence is never the answer. All right. Sometimes we always can talk it out. Or if you believe, I find that hilarious from a lineage of evil that knows nothing but violence. Violence, death, and destruction. So much that the scripture talks about it. Okay. So there's a time for talking, and there's a time for punches being thrown. There's a time for talking, and then there's a time for war. And we have to go to war with this evil. We don't talk with evil. That's not how that works. Nevertheless, if you happen to disagree, you know where to find me. Disagreement days are now Thursday through Saturday. There'll be a number on screen. You call in and we duke it out. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think about this. Hey, am I being a little too hyperbolic and fear-mongering, or is this a serious concern that we need to have? And subscribe. And that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing.
That's why any and every sumbitch we find wearing a Nazi uniform, they're gonna die.